Number 11. Shark bait. In an astonishing encounter, American conservationist Amanda Brewer managed to capture an incredible selfie featuring a great white shark positioned for attack in the background. Amanda, recognized as the co-founder of Sharkservation, a prominent initiative dedicated to the conservation of shark species, revealed that she had snapped this jaw-dropping image during her expedition in South Africa. While the photo left many viewers astounded, some skeptics questioned its authenticity. Amanda promptly addressed these doubts on her Facebook page, firmly refuting any claims of manipulation. To reinforce her credibility, she also shared additional selfies depicting sharks in the background. These supplementary images, shared by the dedicated researcher, provided a more comprehensive context. They revealed that the great white shark had been lured by bait, offering Amanda a unique opportunity to document her encounters. Armed with a selfie stick, she seized the moment when the massive predator leaped in pursuit of the bait, resulting in the awe-inspiring photographs that garnered widespread attention. Number 10. Rio de Janeiro. The head of a travel company achieved the ultimate selfie by capturing an extraordinary moment atop Brazil's iconic Christ the Redeemer statue. Scaling this Rio de Janeiro landmark is a rare privilege, but Lee Thompson successfully persuaded the Brazilian Tourist Board to grant him access to this towering monument. The daring ascent was no easy feat for the 31-year-old Londoner. It demanded nearly half an hour of nerve-wracking effort, navigating treacherously narrow steps where a single misstep could have led to a severe injury or worse. Nevertheless, the heartbreaking reward awaited Lee at the summit of the 124-foot-high statue, where he emerged to a panoramic view of the sprawling city below. With awe-inspiring surroundings as his backdrop, Lee managed to snap a photograph of himself, creating one of the most remarkable selfies ever captured. Number 9. The fall from a skyscraper. On November 8, 2017, an internet sensation known as China's original rooftop adventurer fell to his death from a 62-story building while taking a selfie of his stunt. Wu Yongning, a 26-year-old thrill-seeker, was up on the towering 62-story Huanyuan International Center in Changsha, the capital of Hunan Province. He was attempting some pull-ups on the very top, but then suddenly his grip failed him, and he took a fall that he did not survive. A video caught the moment he lost his hold and dropped 45 feet to a terrace below, where a window cleaner later found his body. Surprisingly, Wu himself had set up a camera on another part of the building to capture this whole adventure. Wu's girlfriend Jin Jin shared with the Beijing News that he was about to ask her parents for her hand in marriage just 2 days after this feat. She revealed that he had big plans, a bridal gift worth 80,000 yuan, nearly the same amount he was about to earn from the video. It was not until December 8th that family members officially confirmed his passing, while his fans were getting worried when he did not post any new content on his social media account for a whole month. Wu was a sensation on the live streaming platform Volcano. He had over 1 million followers and had streamed over 217 times, and he would get virtual currency as payment from viewers who enjoyed his videos. In total, he earned 55,000 yuan from his live streaming gigs. Jin Jin revealed that Huayuan International Center is open to the public only up to the 44th floor. Anything above that requires a special keycard to access, specifically for the Grand Hyatt Hotel. Jin Jin thinks Wu took the elevator to the over 40 floors mark and then climbed the remaining 20 floors to get to the spot he filmed from. He used to be a lesser-paid supporting actor in Chinese films. But at the start of the year, he realized that showcasing his skills in videos where he scaled dangerous structures could rake in way more money than acting. Plus, he could give his family a better life. In just 10 months, he was conquering skyscrapers all across China. On one occasion, he performed a one-arm handstand on top of a 70-story building named Sun Moon Light Plaza in Chongqing. A month before that, he posted a video of him walking on a tiny ledge on the 68-story Yushiyu Fortune Center in Wuhan. But his craziest feat was in mid-July, when he did pull-ups without any safety gear on a 1,000-meter-high walkway in Zhongjiajie. After his death, fans poured onto social media to pay their tributes to Wu. According to the local authorities who investigated the incident, this was not a case of foul play, and it was officially labeled an accident, which meant there was no investigation into the matter. Number 8. The Scorching Selfie. In December 2015, 45-year-old Nick Halleck from Los Angeles faced scorching hot temperatures and hazardous gases to take a selfie right in front of an active volcano, but the thrill was not without its challenges. His climbing partner, 39-year-old Bradley Ambrose from New Zealand, revealed that the risks were high due to the intense heat and poisonous gases emitted by the volcano. Nick and Bradley spent weeks waiting for the perfect moment to go down into the volcano's caldera, which is a bowl-like depression at the volcano's summit. They wanted to get up close to the lava lake at the Benbow volcano on Ambrim Island, Vanuatu. They even spent a night 200 meters deep inside the volcano. The selfie was taken at the lowest point where they could get without being scorched by the lava lake's heat. Nick said that he had a more professional camera, but when nobody else was around, it's just easier to pop his phone out and take a selfie. To him, his life's about doing the coolest things possible, and getting a photo like this in front of a lava lake is one of them. Bradley gave everyone a glimpse into their challenges, saying that the images they took were from the lowest point inside the volcano's caldera, where a person can move without being directly affected by the lava lake's heat. The lowest ledge they got to was relatively safe to work from, but the tremors were very unsettling. Being upright by the edge of the lava was almost unbearable unless they had special heat suits. These suits allowed them to endure the extreme heat a bit longer, but wearing them had its own challenges, as they could make the climbers overheat due to trapped body heat. Despite the hurdles, they had fun on their adventure. Once they had their camps and marks set up, they were only delayed by 36 hours because of rain. Once it dried up, they went down. Luckily, both of them made it out alive and well. Number 7. The Ball Photobomber. In April 2013, a sports reporter managed to capture a selfie that showed a baseball zipping dangerously close to her head. Kelly Nash took this shot while at the home of the Boston Red Sox. She was high up in the stands during batting practice at the Fenway Park Stadium, and as she took the selfie, a home run shot whizzed by her head. It was a near miss that could have been horrible if she was hit. She was actually warned about the possibility of stray baseballs by her producer, who had called out "heads up" several times. This important safety tip was particularly relevant since Kelly was stationed in the left field section of the stadium. Despite these warnings, none of those balls came close to her while she was taking pictures. Feeling that she had a chance to safely capture the shot she wanted, Kelly decided to turn her back to the batting practice for the image. In the end, she came out of the incident unhurt, and even a decade later, the selfie lives on as one of the most iconic ones to date. Number 6. Lollapalooza Shock. On August 5th, 2023, two people at Lollapalooza took a risk to snap selfies near a train track, and the consequences were almost fatal. A video making rounds on social media shows this duo, along with another friend, sitting on the tracks and trying to capture selfies. Suddenly, one of them leans back and is jolted with a massive 600 volts, sending them into a painful spasm. In a split second, he pulls the girl next to him, causing her to experience the same shocking sensation. This incident happened at the Chicago Transit Authority's Ridgeland Green Line station. Both of these people were in their 20s and on their way to the Lollapalooza festival in Grant Park. Their selfie mission turned disastrous when a male member of the group was critically injured by the electrical shock. Both victims were hospitalized, and the female was said to be improving by August 6th. The video is intense, showing the chilling moment the two sat on the electrified rail, their bodies going stiff after the shock. All of it happened within a minute, around 7:24 p.m., causing the male to suffer cardiac arrest. He was rushed to Loyola University Medical Center in critical condition. The other member of the group tried to save his friends from the electrified rail when it happened, and others joined to help move the unconscious pair, but it was not an easy task due to their weight. This is not the first time such an incident has happened in Chicago. A similar event went down on the Red Line earlier in the summer, when a commuter leapt into action to rescue someone else who was electrocuted on the tracks. As of now, the identity of the victims remains undisclosed, and while both were in critical condition, they survived. Number 5. A click high in the sky. In March 2014, a Norwegian F-16 fighter pilot snapped one of the most incredibly chill photos ever, and the backdrop was nothing but the skies. He was soaring over Troms, Norway, as part of an intense winter exercise that involved a sky full of jets. Right in the midst of the action, he decided to turn his camera on himself, mid-dogfight, and take a selfie showing what he was doing. The Norwegian Armed Forces shared this image with the world, but this is not a one-time thing. It's part of a series taken by pilots participating in this exercise. Just a few weeks back, a fighter pilot in Denmark pulled off a selfie just as a missile he had launched photobombed his selfie. The image shows the moment the missile, with its burning rocket trail, streaks by in the background while this Danish Top Gun commands an F-16 jet at breakneck speeds. Just days before this, the Royal Danish Air Force unveiled this image, following the famous Oscars selfie that featured a whole lineup of Hollywood A-listers, including Bradley Cooper, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Channing Tatum, Jennifer Lawrence, Jared Leto, and Meryl Streep. Number 4. Adrenaline Junkies. In August 2015, 3 daredevils pulled off a selfie capturing the moment they climbed onto a towering 1,500-foot-high structure. The urban climbers were standing at the top of the Xifeng Tower in Nanjing, East China, and they were not even using any safety harnesses. Instead of clutching onto the rails, one of these climbers took a selfie stick to capture himself and his friends on their life-threatening adventure. 2 of these people were from Moscow, named Vladimir Sidorov and Ivan Kuznetsov, while the third guy was believed to be Dennis Liu from Hong Kong. The Xifeng Tower is not just any skyscraper. In fact, it's the tallest one in Nanjing and ranks as the 11th tallest in all of China. Even the tower's manager could not wrap his head around how they managed to climb their way up without anyone noticing. Their selfie spread like wildfire across Chinese social media platforms and even made its way onto Instagram. That's when people found other pictures showing the same people conquering towering skyscrapers in Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Hong Kong. They were also calling on fellow adrenaline junkies to join them in their quest to climb the tallest buildings around the world. Number 3. A distracted driver. In April 2014, on a US highway, a young woman's life was cut short, moments after she posted selfies and updated her Facebook status. At 8:33 a.m., 32-year-old Courtney Sanford shared a post on her Facebook saying, "The happy song makes me so happy." Just 1 minute later, at 8:34 a.m., emergency services were alerted to a crash on the same highway. Courtney was driving alone on Interstate 85 in North Carolina, headed to work. But her journey took a devastating turn as her car veered across the median and crashed head-on into a recycling truck. The impact was so intense that her car burst into flames, forcing the truck off the road as well. Investigators discovered a link to her Facebook activity. Friends of Courtney informed the police that some of her posts seemed to correspond closely with the timing of the accident. Despite the tragedy, the police found no evidence of alcohol, drugs, or speeding contributing to the collision. The only reason for the crash was the driver being distracted. Authorities explained that her final Facebook update, seconds before the crash, and the evidence from her social media profiles indicated that she was not only updating her status, but also taking selfies while driving on the highway. The driver of the recycling truck, 73-year-old John Wallace Thompson, fortunately escaped without any injuries. Number 2. Selfie on the train tracks. In October 2020, a family put themselves in serious danger for a group selfie on a railway crossing. A video shows 4 people standing close together, taking a photo while standing right on the main tracks at Matlock Bath Station in Derbyshire. Other videos show a person posing on the tracks, a young boy playing around on the crossing, and a dog running right over the railway line. This story got a massive reaction on social media, with people expressing disbelief and reinforcing how the train tracks are not a place to be playing around. Network Rail, the organisation responsible for the UK's rail infrastructure, shared these videos as a reminder for parents to talk to their kids about how dangerous it is to mess around on railway tracks, especially during the school break. Between June and September, while lockdown measures were being eased across the UK, there were more than 5,000 incidents where people trespassed on the tracks. In September alone, there were 1,239 incidents, the highest from that month in 5 years. Breaking the law by trespassing on railway tracks can lead to legal action and a hefty £1,000 fine. It's a serious matter. Since 2009, the UK has closed over 1,250 crossings to improve safety. They also added barriers to 66 open crossings. Network Rail has stated that they have a duty to make sure crossings are safe for everyone. They look at different factors, like how often trains pass by, how often and who uses the crossings, and where they are located, to assess the risk and manage it properly. While the family taking the selfie came out fine, the risk was way too high for them to pull a stunt like that. Number 1. A tragic fall into the river. In January 2021, a woman in East India was taking selfies on a rock near a river, but in an unexpected moment, she lost her balance and fell right into the river waters. Nirupama Prajapati was enjoying her day by the river in Kanakunda, located in the Oshida district of Western India, when she fell to her death in the river while she was taking a selfie in front of it. She was swept away by the wild current, carried over a waterfall, and her life was lost. The video that captured this incident reveals that there was a man in the footage who was stumbling behind Nirupama. It's possible that his unexpected movements distracted her, leading to the fall from the rock that was teetering on the edge of the river. Her family and the local fire brigade launched an extensive search to find her. The next day, her body was discovered about a quarter of a mile downstream, trapped beneath a rock. Reports from local media showed that quite a few people have lost their lives while attempting risky selfies. On New Year's Day, a person named Satya Parija from Kaliagan met a tragic end after falling into a waterfall. Witnesses said that he was trying to take a selfie just before the accident. Unlike Nirupama, his body was never found. Do you consider these daredevils stupid or brave? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Bad Badger.